Welcome back to BetRacingNation here on Sports Tonight Live. Don't forget, throughout the course of Cheltenham, we are live every evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 until 8:30. We want your views. Tweet them in. What are your selections for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Tweet this in. And also, we'll be going live to Cheltenham for some views on the racing there as well. And one or two people that work with us regularly, we'll be speaking to them from the course during the course of this week. Right. Just very quickly, on Tuesday, we've covered the 4 main races of the day. Anything? I'm just going to throw one at you. National Hunt Chase. I know it's over 4 miles, but shut the front door. I've been harping on about this all year, and I think it's got a chance. It's been backed in from 12s into 5s. Obviously, you've got Foxrock to beat, but I'm with Shut the Front Door. We did have Emma Lavelle on the shows earlier on in the season, and just before Shotgun Paddy won. And it might well suit this distance as well.
Yeah, and they booked Derek O'Connor as well, the crack Irish amateur as well, so they booked a very good amateur there, but personally I think the favourite Foxrock's going to be very hard to beat.
Okay, and I think some of them might shorten up as well by the time this is broadcast again. Billy, anything, just quickly?
Yeah, and the handicaps I liked Hadrian's Approach, I think, will win the, forgot the name of it, the first handicap on day 1, if he jumps. And Make a Track for Ireland for Charlie Swan. If he turns up in that race, I think he'd have a chance. I'm not sure if he will. And in the final race, the Rewards for Racing Novice Handicap Chase, Close House for the David Pipe Yard. It's the only entry. I think he's got a really good chance. And Ohio Gold, who ran well in the race last year, is another good one.
And you made a point about Close House. Normally, these trainers have multiple entries. It's just the one in that one.
Yep. And just a couple for me as well in my handicaps. The Bayliss and Harding Festival handicap, the first one with Hadrian's approaching. I think Akatak could go well there at a really big price for Tim Vaughan. Lots of good ground form. Was second at last year's festival to Radani Express when trained by Nigel Twiston Davis. He could go well with a dropping mark. And in the last, Alan King says his best chance of a week is Many Rivers to Cross in the novice handicap at the end. He gave Oscar Whiskey a real race in the Henry VIII at Sandown for a long way last time, and about 10 to 1 represents pretty good each way value with 4 places, I think. Many Rivers to Cross in the last.
Okay, well that's the sort of rest of the day singled out for you guys at home. Right, it's now selection time, and you know the audience look back on this and think. They'll either, sort of, when they see the YouTube clips in years to come, go, these guys knew what they were doing, or what complete idiots. So it's your chance now. Let's talk at the Mayor's Hurdle. Let's get the selections up for the Mayor's Hurdle. I'm going with Quevega. You guys?
Yep, Quevega for me. But one I haven't seen on my graphic there that I mentioned, Down Ace, small each way as well, but Quevega I think will win again.
Okay.
Sticking with Cockney Sparrow, as I said earlier on, definitely Cockney Sparrow, 1 for the North.
You're so confident you've got those little brackets around EW.
Yeah, well, I did.
What's that mean?
No, I think Cockney Sparrow will run a really good race.
Okay.
In the mess.
Billy?
I wouldn't part with money, so Quevega is my tip from the heart, if you like. If I was having to part with money, I do agree with Bobby that the danger is Cockney Sparrow.
If you had to part with money?
If I had to part with money, which I don't, so I won't.
Right, well, let's go over to Sam.
Quevega kind of picks herself in this race, I think, and if you're one of those mad people that like to throw a couple of zeros behind money, I do think she looks a very good thing and better than any savings account out there. However, there are factors. Let's just cast our mind back. I'll leave you on a little bit of doubt. Cast our minds back to last year's race where she clipped heels and there was a 40 to 1 shot in front that looked like it wasn't coming back, and Ruby Walsh produced a ride of rides. The horse was with him all the way to pick him up and get the historic win. However, another year older, she is a mare, they can be a little bit temperamental. I'll just leave that lingering doubt in your mind before you go and put the silly big bet on the Tuesday. I'll pass you back over to the panel.
I wouldn't have a couple of zeros on the end of any mare, would you? No? Is it, very quickly before we go to Supreme, is Quevega the banker of the festival? Yes or no?
Yes.
No.
You just went and go, yes. You can make up your mind there, Bobby.
No.
No,
not the banker.
Billy?
I don't like the word banker, so no, not for me.
Okay. Well, it rhymes with 1 or 2 others, doesn't it? Let's talk now about the Supreme. This is where I could have egg on my face. A couple of times this year I've changed my mind and it's gone against me. but I'm going for Vator. I do believe that stamina will come into play. I think the ground will mean now the first race they will set off at 100 miles an hour, and I think you need a bit of stamina there, and that's why I've gone for Vator in the first. But I do think, and we've got to bear in mind that when we had Johnny Murto on here, we asked him, he's banker of Cheltenham, and he liked Wicklow Brave. And I've got to say, Wicklow Brave did jump better last time out. Ruby Walsh would have the choice of which one to go for under Mullins. And forget about the owners. Ruby Walsh would have a decision on which one, and he seemed very bullish about Vator. So that's why I'm going for Vator in that race. Will?
It says Irving on the screen, Pete, but we'll give you Vator. Personally, I mean...
Oh, dear.
Great speech, by the way.
Yes, it was a perfect speech.
I'm with Gil Gamboa each way here. Lots of big field experience, a rapid improver, a strong traveller, a 16-1. I think each way could go really well.
I did say I changed my mind, though, didn't
To win, Vator, but I said it earlier on in the show, and I'm going to say it again. Gil Gamboa is the best each-way bet of the entire festival. And that's
saying something.
That is, yeah.
He's more confident than that than Rock on Ruby.
Your selection, please, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, my selection is based on just not really being able to find myself getting behind Irving. Just can't really, the risk of the going left-handed Cheltenham Hill, just don't really see it. So I think Vator is the best of the Irish from what we know, and perfect stable, perfect jockey, and it's going to be a good start for Willie Mullins.
Okay, well, let's go over to Twitter corner. Someone's got the eye on the Mullins camp. He might know which one of the two is well fancied.
Sadly not, Peter. I think my my share doesn't go as far as to be able to whisper into Willie Mullins' ear. Unfortunately not. What I would say, though, is looking at this Supreme, I think this is such a competitive field. If you think Irvin's this machine like everybody else and you're on at a big price, fantastic. I don't think now's the time to be backing the favourite for this particular type of race. That's why I've looked a little bit out the sort of further down the lists, and I've gone for the Liquidator, mainly because I was silly enough to back it anti-post before it had that terrible run at Kempton. If you strike that through the record of the horse, it did fantastically well at Cheltenham. It reassures me that the horse has won there. I know it was only a 4 or 5 runner event, and Tom Scoot hit the sectionals perfectly. So that's why I'm going to head over and I'm going to pick something at 20-1 for once. So the Liquidator for me, possibly each way.
Crazy. Very quickly, we're going to have to rattle through this. The Arkle is the next one. I've been very warm on Trifolium for quite a while. Let's have your picks for the Arkle.
Champagne Fever for me. Too good with the track form already in the book.
Okay.
Champagne Fever.
Rock on Ruby.
Right. Which is your bunker of the festival. Billy.
Yeah, Champagne Fever.
Right.
Definitely.
I must say I do fear Champagne Fever the nearer we get to the day. Quickly over to Sam.
I'm going to get in contact with people that make jockey silks. If you know any that do, please tweet me, because Peter needs a lovely set made for when he needs to present the show and then when Champagne Fever wins this race. Go on, Peter, tell us your measurements. Back to you.
Well, to be fair, not many jockeys can fit in into the clothes that I wear. Maybe we should have 2 doubled up, because it'd be a big problem me getting into a jockey suit. Is there any jockey suit that actually carries a 19-stone human being? I mean, we're going to have to put that to the test. Yeah, absolutely, we're going to put that to the test. Right. Best race of the day. Champagne Fever. Champion Hurdle. I'm going with my 10 to yours to avenge that defeat in the Supreme last year. Champion Hurdle, Will.
The new one for me to double up at the festival after winning Neptune last year. The new one for me.
Okay.
Our Connor.
Okay. Our Connor.
Billy. Best bet of the festival. The new one. Every day goes by, I warm to it more and more.
Oh, that was quick.
So, yeah. Sorry, rather you would be quick. But,
okay,
yeah.
so let's go over to Sam for his Champion Hurdle last thoughts.
Okay, so I'm on the new one. I have been since day one, so I'm not going to turn my back. But I think you guys at home want to see us dig deep. If Hurricane Fly wins and we're all wrong, I think we all need to make a sizable donation to the injured jockey funds. I'll put that to the panel, because between us we've got 3 horses. So if we get beat here, we're going to look very silly, but I think we should pay the price as well. Peter?
Well, I just haven't got time to answer that one, I'm afraid. What we are going to do, if you agree with Will or you agree with Billy, we've got a special offer from Paddy Power. The new one at 8-1. The new one at 8-1. So if you fancy that, you've got until probably 2 o'clock on the Tuesday afternoon, and you can click that and you can get on the new one. We've also got a 12-1 double as well, Sire De Grugy and Quevega. You can also grab that as well on the website.